Well, how do y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Vita. If you don't already know, and if you do know, then groovy. Welcome back. This is going to be the rest of that Las Vegas story. So, yeah. We're almost done. And just a disclaimer, if you didn't watch the first one or you are new to this channel, you really need to watch the first one because why would you just come into the middle of a story, basically? But whatever. I'll also leave that linked in the description box below. But just a disclaimer, I do smoke on this channel. That is a cigarette. I do drink on this channel, and I do cuss on this channel. So if you don't like that, you might want to find a different channel, dear, because this ain't going to be a channel that you'll like right here. I'm just very sorry for you. So anyway, we're just going to jump right back into it, because this is the same day. So I'm on a roll. I'm ready to finish the story. So yeah, basically, make sure it's recording, because we had a problem with that in the last video, because I'm retarded. Alright, so can't tell stories without chain smoking now. Now, so yeah, my car breaks down again for not the almost the last time, right on the border between New Mexico and Texas. And I am high as shit on this shit I've never done before. Yeah. Yeah. So, and the whole time I think that we're stopped, but it feels like we're still going, and I'm like, oh, and I'm trying to hit the brakes, like I'm freaking out. And Tony's like, just calm down, blah, blah, and I'm trying to drink water, and blah, 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 and till finally, I get sick, and I just throw up all behind my car. I get out, and we're stuck on the interstate, like on the side of it, like I said, and just, nobody stopped, not even a cop stopped. It was like to ask if we were okay. Like Johnny almost called an ambulance for me because we didn't know what was going on. Like I was sick. I felt like my breathing was I got AFib and how my heart's always beating fast. Well, it was like really slow. He actually thought, and I kept like passing out. And I was like, please don't call an ambulance. I was like, please don't, because they're going to see that I have this drug. I don't do drugs, and I don't do shit like this, and it's going to be really embarrassing. They're probably going to put me in jail anyway, and blah, 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 and I was freaking out. So I calmed down. We were just, I think he played Owl City for me. Yeah, because I love Owl City. And so that kind of calmed me down. And he was trying to play stuff that I liked and would make me happy or whatever. Well, we spent the night on the interstate that night. Like I said, I don't know if it's just in Texas or what, because if you do that here, there's automatically a cop or somebody's going to call and be like, are you okay? Yeah, we stayed the night. That's illegal to stay the night in your car. At least here it is, on the side of an interstate. You can't do that. Well, we did, and we both tried to sleep. It got so cold. Whoever told you, yes, it's hot in the desert, but if you really think that it does not get cold in the desert, especially at night, you're wrong. You're very wrong. You're in for a rude awakening. Because we were freezing. Thank God I had like every blanket I owned with me. So we're covering up with blankets and covering, and I'm trying to listen to music because I can't sleep without any noise. So, and I'd finally calmed down. I didn't sleep at all. We literally watched, it was beautiful, but we couldn't enjoy it, but we watched the sunrise over that flat Texas, New Mexico plain right there. And it was beautiful. It's just, well, let me tell you what happened. Well, next day, I'm feeling better, but it took me 4 days to come off that shit, basically. I could not sleep. I couldn't do it. That's getting ahead of myself, but just, yeah, don't do that. Don't do shit, guys. Just don't. So, we start walking, because we're going to walk up to this bit, oh my God, it was so cool. It was probably like the biggest truck stop that there is. The biggest I've ever seen. It had like a 50s diner in it. It had cars in it. It had a Subway. It was a gas station. It was all in one. It had showers, blah, 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 all that shit. Well, we didn't need showers. Well, actually, we probably did. But because of what happened that night. But because every time we stop at a motel, we would take showers just in case something like that happened. I'm very paranoid about shit like that. So, yeah. Yeah. Plus, we had baby wipes, too. But baby wipes only get you so far. They only get you so clean, I'll tell you that. So we start walking, you know, in the grass through the interstate. And a man stops in a big truck. And he asks us what's going on, blah blah. And they had like a garage up there and everything. You could get tires, you could get oil, you could get all sorts of stuff. Well, he took us up there, and we ate Subway. We were starting to run out of money at this point too, because the guy that told us everything we already knew about my car. So the man takes us up there, and we get the battery. We eat Subway, we go to the bathroom, whatever, and then, you know, get the battery. Well, the man comes back and helps us change it, and we give him the old battery. That's only fair. He paid for it, so, yeah. He paid for our battery. Well, my battery. He paid for my battery, so that was extremely nice. He told us that he does stuff like that all the time. He'll just ride up and down the interstate, and if somebody needs help, then he'll go help them. I was like, damn, that's really nice. Like, God bless you. That's amazing. So, yeah, that was really awesome. So, naturally, we gave him the old battery. Well, my car starts. Get in it. We are in New Mexico at this point. We're going to we're in New Mexico. And, we stop at this other gas station because I'm starting to feel really sick, and I'm like, I can't drive. I can't do this. So Johnny actually ends up driving, which was illegal because he doesn't have a driver's license. Good thing this all happened a long time ago, because let me tell you. But, yeah, so he's driving. I'm sick as a dog. He's trying to get me some water. And I'm still high on this shit. Like, it's so weird. I can't really explain it. But anyway, so we drive up to the next place in Erie, New Mexico. I think it's Erie. Yeah, Erie, something, New Mexico. And that's where we were. Well, you know, and here's a fun thing that happened. Very weird. Actually, I'm going to save that for a different video, I think. But it's a really creepy thing that happened. Like, a dream that I had, like, when I was a teenager actually came true. It was, like, the same hotel and shit. I'll get more into detail about that in a scary story video, which will be coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm trying not to go into detail about too much stuff that's kind of irrelevant. Because this video, anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. So, basically, we stopped there and spend the night, and Johnny's telling me, like, brush your teeth, like, throw that toothbrush away. Like, we had a shitload of toothbrushes. Like, throw that away, because I did that shit. And to take a shower. The whole time in the shower, I'll tell you something scary. Another reason why you shouldn't do shit like that, even if it is just one time. Because the whole time I was in the shower, I kept seeing this girl with, like, long black hair, and I was scared to death. I kept, like, looking. I'm like, and then I'd open the door because I thought Johnny was talking to me, and nobody's talking. I kept hearing people talking through the walls, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? I was like, I can't wait till this is over. I swear to God, I'll never do nothing like this again. My mistake, lesson learned, absolutely not. So, yeah, that sucked. And I could not sleep unless he had his hand on my head. Because I was, like, kind of like, well, for me, having AFib, when I drink too much caffeine, I get really bad jitters, like, really bad. Like my body is convulsing almost. And that's what I would do every night. Well, for that night, and then I did that one more night because we had to stay at the same hotel again. So yeah. Because my car was fucked up yet again. Should have known. So, whatever, I was trying to fix the air. But yeah. So, and that was the only way that I would sleep, because, like, if he had his hand on my head, like, right here, like, I would be okay. I could usually fall asleep if he did that. So, which it wasn't very long, because I'd just wake up and be like, Yeah, like really paranoid shit. No, worst experience ever. So, anyway, we're going to fast forward past that now. A guy helped us. His wife worked there, whatever, and whatever. So, we get whatever, we get the oil for my car, because that's why it wouldn't start that time. And he jumped us off, too, because we're like, this is a brand new battery, something ain't right. And, I'm trying to keep in contact, with my mom and my nanny and my dad and shit. Until the fun part is, we were actually decided to go to an Advanced Auto Parts out there and try to find an alternator. Because that's when my dad was like, your alternator's fucked. I'm like, great. It's not the battery. I knew something wasn't right. That's a brand new battery. So yeah, alternator was fucked. What happened is we had got to the Advanced Auto Parts there, which is like way down the road. And there's a Walmart, and then yeah, I think we're still in Erie at this point, or we're in like the next city or whatever. Not Albuquerque. Not yet. We ain't Albuquerque yet. So, here's the fun part, and how we're getting to the real fun part. Well, they tell us that, because Johnny was going to go ahead and buy it, it was going to take like 3 days for it to get there, if they can even get it, because Dodge 600 is not a very popular car. It's really hard to find parts for that. So, we're out there fucking with my car, blah, blah, blah. We stop at the Walmart. No. Wait. I know. No. That ain't it. We're going back. I don't know why we were going back. But I don't know, I'm mixed up somewhere. But somehow we were coming to go back. Yeah, that's when we spent the night at the hotel again, that same hotel. So we went back to the hotel and then came back. And we were going to turn into the Walmart because my car started fucking up. And it stopped at a red light. And there's like fucking 5 lanes of traffic coming. I'm like, oh my god. The guy behind us, real nice man. And I don't think, we didn't really trust him though, because he was kind of, he would only talk to me like if Johnny, I don't know. I'll get to that part in a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. He gets out, and him and Johnny are pushing my car to where I can get it, like start it, to get it into the Walmart parking lot. And there's a Denny's there too. Yes, can't forget about the Denny's now. Can't forget about that. Okay, just making sure it's still recording. So yeah, and he says, well, I can take y'all to the gas station and pick this up or blah, blah, blah. And so we get in his car and he takes us on up to this other gas station, which is pretty much like the same one we were at anyway. And Johnny gets out, and I'm sitting there freaked out anyway. I don't know this man. So I think this is really before Uber. I've never been in an Uber or anything either, so it was, yeah, before that was like really a thing. Talking too much. So, yeah. And he was like, oh, you guys can come stay with me at my place and blah, blah, blah for, the night. And I'm like, I don't know about that. Let me talk to my fiance about that. And he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I told Johnny that. He was like, yeah, that's a big red flag. He was trying to talk to you. He probably was going to knock me on the head and rape and kill you or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm not that stupid. I was like, I'm not that stupid. I may still have this coming off this shit. I think I was pretty much off of that shit by then. It had already passed, thank God. But, yeah, and we didn't see him again, so, because we were like, no, and I was like, I'd rather just sleep in my car, and we did. And that's how we stayed in the Walmart parking lot and slept in my car for 5 days straight. And started running out of money because we had to eat and shit, and we go to the Denny's and use their Wi-Fi because Johnny had ran out of Wi-Fi and we couldn't afford to get another phone card. And that's how we were talking to people. And I'd lost a friend because, and she did send us some money. I'm not going to say who she is, but I'm not friends with her anymore. But yeah, and was telling me while I'm going through this, and I'm like trying to keep my cool, trying not to have a mental breakdown, like being stuck in the middle of nowhere, we don't know anybody. And she's over here, that's so stupid and selfish that you would go and try to do this by yourself and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, with the guy you just met and la la. And I'm like, I've actually known him for a while, but okay, I don't know. It's a whole big, long, stupid thing. And I'm like, and she's like, you're stressing me out. Because originally I was supposed to stay with her when we got to Vegas, but she wouldn't let Johnny stay. So, and I was like, well, I'm not going to stay there and have him just fucking hang out around wherever. And he's like, oh no, I'll do that, I'm used to, cause Johnny's been homeless a lot, so he is used to that. But I was like, no, I'm not. No, either we're in it to win it or we ain't doing it at all. Like, I'm not leaving you in fucking Vegas by yourself to sleep outside or something. No, I'm not doing that. And I didn't, and she didn't like that either, so oh well. But she did help us with some money. People were, she sent us some, and my nanny got a hold of the, because we know people in the Christian motorcycle gang around here, and they had people in New Mexico who actually helped us. They gave us some money to go into Walmart and get some food, even though we got a bottle of Jack Daniels too. But if they ever watch this, sorry, I was a really bad alcoholic. I still would have, even to this day, I still would have probably bought something to drink. You can't tell me that you're going to sit there and not have nothing to drink, okay? You can't do it. Unless you don't drink, then cool for you. But, whatever you do, So, I'm just packing stuff in my suitcase. Just like my favorite things, basically. And yeah, this is like 5 days in. Well, yeah, they come and pick us up and take us to the airport, which is in Albuquerque. Well, before that, let me tell you what happened, though. This was probably about, this was the day before the couple came and met us. Because my nanny had called them and said, okay, they'll be there, whatever. This is like the day before they had came. Me and Johnny decided to just start walking. And we were just going to walk to, the nearest gas station at that point. We were just going to walk to Albuquerque ourselves, actually. That's what we were trying to do. And we walked for 7 or 10 miles on Route 66. Everything was starting to close because it was late. I had a little backpack or whatever. I didn't even have a lot of shit. I was just like, okay, whatever. And he had his backpack, and it got to the point we were walking so much, and nobody would stop, and we're like, please, and I'm so tired, he's tired, and we started walking back. I was like, I would honestly just rather sleep another night in my car than do this, because we can't see anything, nobody's helping us, oh my god. So yeah, we started walking back, and we got to where this little gas station is that we tried to go to before. And yeah, the guy had originally told us that there was one on down that was open 24/7. Well, there wasn't. If there was, we probably wouldn't have made it till the next night walking. No, he was full of shit. But yeah, so we walk back, and I'm standing in the middle of where the original Route 66 gas station right there used to be, and I'm just standing there under the light, and there's no cars, and I'm just crying. And that's when, me and Johnny had a very long talk, and we were talking about stuff, and I was just told him, I was like, we're not doing that. I'm not leaving you to do whatever. No, I'm not leaving you alone in a place, whatever. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. And because he was telling me to go ahead and do whatever and stay with whoever and whatever I had to do. And I was like, no, not without you. I'm not doing it. And, yeah. We got extremely close that day. That's how I knew he was the one for me. But, thank God, finally, because I was sitting on the ground, like I was ready to sleep right there. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I don't care. Let some big old bear or something eat, which there are no bears out there, but I was like, let some coyote or some rattlesnake come eat me because I don't care. Like, we're crying, our feet hurt so bad, and so I did, and I just sat there and just started laying on the ground, just laid on my backpack, and finally, this Charger, I think it was a Charger, not a Mustang. They look about the same now, the new ones. And had drove up to get gas over there. Johnny takes off, running as fast as I've ever seen him run. And he's like, no, please wait. Please don't leave. Please wait, please. Because the guy was getting ready to, like, he was getting back in his car, getting ready. He's like, please wait, stop. He stopped. And Johnny was like, please. He was like, I'll give you $20. Please just take it back to this Walmart parking lot because I don't think we can make it. And, we were telling him what was going on and stuff. And, well, he took us back, but he also took the $20. So, for, like, a ride that was worth maybe $2. But, whatever. We got back. And I was like, I've never been so happy to be sleeping in my car right now. Like, you have no idea. Well, that's when we talked to the people, blah, blah, blah. And then, well, a couple days later, they come. They take us to the airport. Or, not the airport, shit. The bus station. The bus station. I don't know why I said airport. Scratch everything about airport. Bus station. So, they take us there. They're helping us with stuff, blah, 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 blah. Well, we get on the bus, and we meet this amazing man named Michael. And I was like, that's funny. My dad's name is Michael, and I'm part of a Michael Jackson death hoax group. My Michael Jackson family is out in Vegas, in California. So yeah, I was like, that's funny. And he was sharing food with us, and we were just talking, and I don't know. Well, we finally get to Vegas. Speaking of my MJ family, one of them, who was living with the other one, I'll call her Bliss, and the other one I will call Flower? I see a flower over there. So Flower? So Bliss and Flower. So Flower and Bliss pay for a night at the Stratosphere because they have a thing there. That's where we stay. Like the first time I went to Vegas, we stayed in the Stratosphere. I love the Stratosphere. That's my favorite hotel ever. Love it. So yeah, and they had us a room. And we then, after we stayed over there, when we got to Vegas, they came and picked us up from the bus station there after we were playing. This guy, the Michael that was on the bus, he just gave us like a few dollars a piece and was like, here, go see if you can win something. And I was like, oh, okay. We never did see him again though. Never did find him. And I could, yeah, he had just lost a buddy in a motorcycle accident actually. And yeah, what's fun, I think all these people were angels that we met really, that were like helping us because, well, minus the people that were trying to already tell me what I already knew about my car. But like the people that, like the Ryan Dunn guy, and then this guy, and the battery guy, because I looked up his friend that day and I was like, okay, cool. And I found his Facebook and everything. That's when I was on Facebook. And literally, when we got into the Stratosphere, which I left my Optimus Prime pajama bottoms, and I left like my outfit, I left my jacket that went with this amazing like 2-piece leopard print thing that I had. Oh my god, I loved it. I'd still wear it to this day constantly in wintertime. But anyways, yeah, first thing we did was take a shower, I'll tell you that. But yeah, we can't find them. It's like they don't even exist now. And I was like, okay, that's you? He's like, yep, gone. Gone. Disappeared. Gone. Like it never existed. Even the guy that he said passed away, his name was Oscar Chavez. I remember specifically. And I had found his profile. And I was like, oh yeah, he looks like a nice person, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm sorry about your loss, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't exist. Don't exist. Yeah, don't exist. So, I'm going to try and wrap this up, since this one is getting about as long as the other one. But yeah, so pretty much we ended up staying with Bliss and Flower for about a month almost a month, and they were, helping us pay for stuff, and I was it was around Halloween too. It was around Halloween, which sucked because everybody knows Halloween is my day. Halloween is like my Christmas. So, yeah. And then I had my nanny having people help us out. And then to a point, we finally just decided to come home. And we got home November the 4th. Yeah, we got home November 4th. So we were out there for over a month in Vegas. And it's hard to get a job out there. Like, you have to have this, some kind of paper thing that says that you can work in Vegas or something like that. I don't know. It's really weird. It's not like it is here, that's for sure. And every day we were going out and just like trying to look for stuff, and oh my God, it was ridiculous. I was actually going to get a job at a, I think I did say bar, at a Little Darlings in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. And we were actually going to walk there, but they were doing construction. We couldn't even get over there. So I kind of missed my interview there. But yeah, you should just look up Little Darlings in Las Vegas. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But I would have had a job there, which would have been really fun. Not as one of the dancers, but probably in the future maybe. But yeah. So, yeah, and then we ended up just having to come back home. My dad was aggravated with me, so he wouldn't really talk to me. He was so upset that I left that he actually had a heart attack. Another heart attack, and I automatically wanted to go home. I was like, I can't. If my dad passes and oh my God, I was like freaking out. Oh my God, it was horrible. So that's like the main reason that we came back. And just money. And we stayed at the Grand View. We had 9 days there that our other part of our MJ fam, I'll call her Fireball, that she paid for us to stay in and whatever. Used her vacation time because she's had a timeshare. So, yeah. So we stayed there for 9 days, and we got a lot of free drinks. Now, I know this isn't going to be longer than the first one, but I really don't want to make it 3 parts, because I don't want all of September just to be, Las Vegas. But shout out to the girl that was at the Stratosphere, actually, because me and Johnny, like on our next to last day, well, this is what happened. They had overboarded our bus back. So, like, the first bus out that we were supposed to get on, they had overboarded it. So, we literally walked up to we used our bus passes, because Flower had bought us some bus passes. Or maybe Blisted. I don't know. One of them did. And, yeah, so we just went to the Stratosphere. I was like, well, because that's where she told us to go, too, so that she could call us an Uber to take her back to their house. Or their apartment, because they had an apartment out there, and they had just started their own business too, which is doing pretty good still. So, yeah. So basically, we stayed with them, blah, 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 blah. And then it overboarded again. Yeah. It overboarded again. She's like, y'all cannot get a break. And they were already in bed. Like, they were already trying to sleep. And I ended up just calling her. Because what had happened. And we would have had our bus. We had our bus passes for one more day. And I was like, oh, well, we're leaving. And there was this guy that just came out. We were sitting on the side smoking. Because you're not allowed to. That's like the only place you're not allowed to smoke in is the bus station there. So we were around the building sitting there smoking. Waiting for getting ready to board the bus. And I was like, this, man came out, and he's like, hey, do you guys know? And I was like, you know what, actually, here. And he was like, what's this? I was like, it is my bus pass. We're leaving. It has 1 day left on it, so you get, like, free day today, I guess. I was like, I'm not trying to scam you. I don't want anything in return. I'm just trying to help you out. And he's like, oh, my God, thank you so much. I was like, absolutely, because somebody deserves to be helped too. Yeah, somebody else deserves to be helped from that shit as we went through out there. So, but I should have hung on to it because, after that, the bus was overboarded again. So we had to go back to Flower's house. And she was like, oh my God, y'all can't get a break. So we went back to sleep. And then finally we got to get on the bus. The whole bus ride, it fucking sucked. I'll never get on a bus again in my life for a big long trip. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I'm like, no. That was fucking probably worse than everything else we'd been through, to be honest. Like, there was a point I couldn't even, like, sit with Johnny, and I sat next to this girl, and the only reason I sat next to her is because that smell just reeked of cat piss. Like, reeked of it. And the only reason I even sat next to her is because she had been on the bus, like, the whole time that we had been on it for, like, it took us, like, about 3 days to get back to North Carolina. Was horrible. And then I had a candle for my mom that they had made homemade, and it busted in the middle of like our next to last trip back to North Carolina, and I'm like, seriously? I mean, she could still burn it, but like it. So yeah, but we finally made it home after many different motel hopping and picking up cigarettes off the ground because we ran out of cigarettes out there. Don't do that. So, and this is why. Now, if I'm by myself at night, if I have to drive or something, then no, I'm not going to stop and try to help somebody because I don't know, you might rape and kill me. I don't know. But if somebody's on the side of the road or something, I'm going to stop for you. If you need a cigarette, I don't care if you're homeless, if you're rich, if you're whatever, I'm going to give you a cigarette. If you're just standing out here on the side of the, like, walking by the bar and you see me and you ask somebody for a cigarette, they don't give you one, I'm going to stop you and I'm going to give you 2 cigarettes. Because I've been there. I've literally picked up cigarettes off the ground. Which I know, yes, that's an addiction. Oh, God, you need... Whatever. There are worse addictions out there. So, yeah. So, all in all, we're going to wrap this up now. And, yeah, that's what happened, and that's why Vegas didn't work out. I would like to do it again, but not like that. And the first time I went to Vegas was very fun. Like I said, it was a vacation. I was single too, but I don't mingle. I'll talk about that in a later video. But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed that. If there's one thing you take away from this, always keep a flashlight and an extra pair of underwear in your purse. Always try to help people if you can. Always follow your dreams. It may fall apart, but if you feel like you need to go somewhere because you feel like you're going to be able, like you need to do something, do it. Your family will understand. They'll still love you. Just make sure you tell them. And don't try to do what I did. Make sure your car's good. Make sure all that. Check your oil. Make sure your alternator's good. Yeah, my car's still in New Mexico, by the way. Well, it's probably trashed by now. I don't know. But we never could get a hold of the guy. Like, we kept calling him and calling him and calling. He never called us back. So, yeah, we don't have my car. So, yeah, that's why I don't have my car. And don't do drugs. So, if you take anything away from this, just take that. And, yeah, still follow your dreams and have fun. But be more mindful about it. Be more mindful. Of course, I was a little bit younger too, so you live and you learn. Don't let anyone tell you that you're being selfish or stupid to make some kind of trip like that, or no. Fuck them. You don't need them in your life. So yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed this whole story. I know this is a little bit longer, but story's a story, huh? And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because it really helps my tiny ass channel, and I do appreciate it. So yeah, if you've ever done anything cool like that, then or had a road trip or something, or whatever, or something did work out for you, then let me know in the comments down below. I don't bite. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and keep it rocking.